As I reflect on what God shared with me, I am filled with hope and anticipation for what He is about to do. God is preparing to display His power, love, and miraculous wonders in a way that will leave us in awe. For those who believe that God is in charge, I encourage you to declare it boldly and share this message with all your fellow Christians. Spread the word across social media and to your friends and family, whether they are in the United States or abroad. Let us give glory to God for His protection over Donald Trump, for His blessings, and for His watchful eye over us all, even in these times of great turmoil. We must never forget that every event in the world is part of God's grand design, as Romans 8:28 reminds us, and we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose. The trials and challenges we face are not without purpose. They are meant to strengthen our faith and draw us closer to God. Consider the disciples of Jesus after His crucifixion. They were filled with despair and confusion, thinking all their hopes and dreams had been shattered. Yet, 3 days later, Jesus rose from the dead, proving that God's plan is always greater than what we can see. Isaiah 55:9 declares, "As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts." God's wisdom surpasses all human understanding. In the same way, we must trust in God's plan even when we cannot comprehend it. Former President Donald Trump's journey is an example of how God uses adversity to shape His servants. Trump has been through trials that have humbled him and brought him to a deeper understanding of God's grace. His own words reflect this transformation. "Only God saved me." Proverbs 16:9 reminds us that in their hearts humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps. Like the Apostle Paul, who experienced a dramatic conversion and went on to become one of the most influential figures in the early church, Donald Trump has been changed by his experiences. His renewed sense of purpose and commitment to God's will is evident in his actions. Just as Paul endured imprisonment, beatings, and hardships for the sake of the gospel, Trump now walks with the knowledge that his life is in God's hands, and he is determined to fulfill his divine calling. As Christians, we must take heart in these examples of transformation and stand firm in our own faith. Hebrews 12:2 encourages us to fix our eyes on Jesus, the author and perfecter of faith. Like the early Christians who faced persecution, we too may face trials, but we can be confident that God is with us every step of the way. In this spiritual battle, we are called to put on the full armor of God, as Ephesians 6:11 tells us, so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes. The forces of darkness may attempt to disrupt our lives, but they are no match for the power of God. Psalm 91:4 reassures us that He will cover you with His feathers, and under His wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness will be your shield and rampart.